many congratulations. What a great day it's been for you. Is this the most comfortable and probably happiest in the darts world you felt for a while?
Yeah, I think so. I think, look, you got to think logical, and probably, I don't know, I won a couple of early tournaments last year, but since then it's been an uphill struggle, you know. When you're a bit overweight, it's really takes its toll going uphill. But no, I suppose in all seriousness, it's a fact of, I suppose I turned up this week, I've enjoyed it. I was up for the challenge on Friday with Van Veen, and today I've done so many doubles. You know, in the middle period, could have probably took the game away, could have probably beat Mike, probably. I done it with Van Veen yesterday, early. Or it was yesterday, wasn't it? I'm trying to get my days right, but I seem to miss a few doubles and stuff, whatever that is. But I've done the same with Mike today, middle sort of the game. I've probably missed three darts for 3 legs or 4 legs in a row. Tonight against Daryl, I thought was going to go in 5-all. He's missed a load of darts. I thought happy days, you know, 6-4. Credit to him though, he's the top man. But yeah, it's just nice to get them wins. It's been a struggle sometimes to win, but I'm probably calmer why things don't go right.
What's changed recently? Because the Rob Cross performances are back. We're seeing those high 90s averages where you just sort of like sit at that level and you're hard to beat. We're seeing more of them on the Pro Tour. We've seen them here. What's changed in the last few weeks for you?
Don't get me wrong. I changed a lot at home and other stuff. I'm under a new little regime, what I'm doing, and I'm working hard behind the scenes mentally. And it's helping me great, actually. I feel better. I feel like I haven't got a load on my head every single day of the week, you know, let alone darts. Sometimes it's just life, you know, but I feel a little bit lighter going into that. So that's been nice. What I would say, sort of turning up this week, I'm not trying to turn the screw. I'm not hurting myself. If I'm doing something wrong, then it's fine. I've got to deal with it. I've got to suck it up, and I've got to get on with the next leg, you know. So I probably would say, yeah, that I'm a lot calmer. Just to where the game is. Just try and get something out of you the next leg, you know. If you miss 3 or you miss 6 at a double, you know, just suck it up and just keep going. Don't worry. Just try and keep the throw smooth, keep yourself smooth, and yeah, happy days. That's what it's all about this week.
Moving on then, obviously the rest of the summer and the rest of the year, do you feel that you're ready now to climb again? Obviously, we know world champion, world match play champion. Do you feel you're ready to get back to those heights again?
Yeah, I think it's a long road. I will say that. What I'm doing already, I'm already signed up to the end of the year. I understand that it's not going to be a quick fix, you know, but if I can get a few results and get that bit of confidence and other stuff, and I still maintain I've got the game anyway. I see it while I'm practicing. I see little bursts. I see great things. But we all got to understand that sometimes Rome ain't built in a day, and I think that's very important. You know, I'm not going to stress myself. I'm not going to do anything. And if I can get in there and enjoy it like I have been, I've been celebrating again. And I don't know whether you noticed that, Phil.
The old double fist pump in the winner goes back.
It's all right. I'm sexy little boy at the minute. but at the same time, it's enjoying it. You know, it's being able to be in a scrap and come out on top. And I've done that so far. I think I've scrapped well, and just getting that backbone back. You know, you never lose how to play darts, how to hit 180s, 170s, or whatever you're doing in the game. But if your wires are all crossed upstairs, then it's never really going to come out fully. So yeah, just working on them at the minute. But I'm in a comfortable place. I'm happy. It's moving in the right direction, and yeah, family's all good. So that's the main thing. Who cares?
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Well done on reaching the final day.
Cheers,
You've
mate.
made the final here before. You're a 2-time winner of the European Championship. How important will that experience be if it was to go all the way tomorrow?
Yeah, of course. Look, we got a draw later, and this one's the most unique, probably, tournament out of all of them. You know, it was weird on Friday. You get an hour and a half to get yourself ready. Van Veen, you know. I've not done anything. I'm not even at the venue an hour and 35 minutes before. So yeah, it's great. It's nice just to sort of make the last day, and I wouldn't say I would be happy with that because I like to win and I want to win, I want to do all that, but it's a massive, sort of a massive progress week this week. And like I said earlier, it's Rome ain't built in a day, but at the same time, if you give me the opportunities tomorrow, what I want, I will take them. I will win.
You talk about this change in mindset, and if things aren't going well on the hockey, that you can just put that to one side now and move on. When you look at what you've learned about yourself over the past 12 months, how do you compare that to the first 6 years? Because really, you was thrown into the deep end. He was on tour, he won the World Championship, and he was a top guy pretty much straight away, and didn't really have time to learn like everybody else.
I think sometimes, yeah, you can just burn yourself out sort of mentally with stuff, you know. But I've had a lot of problems, and I've said this before, that sometimes it's not darts, you know. It's all them little cogs and all them little wheels in the background what don't go right, and sometimes you go there, and darts is probably the last of my worries. So when I chose what I was doing, I chose to work on life and not work on darts, and got 4 or 5 weeks in, or 3-4 weeks in actually, and 85% of my life is darts. So we had to start working on that. So look, I'm a lucky boy to have what I've got in life and everything what's going on. You got to be happy for that, but at the same time, I need to get that all in where I need to get it to sort of to build bridges and carry on. Don't get me wrong, I'm allowed to win, but if the game ain't there and the mental process isn't there, then you're never going to win a raffle, you know. And all these new players coming through now, they're fantastic, you know. Your Van Veens and all. He didn't play the other day to his capability. He didn't play bad, but I think he had a short amount of time as what I did, you know. And that game's tough, but you still got to go up there and still got to do the job. And give me a lot of confidence that game. I would say that. He's a great boy.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations on the win there. If you did go on, lift the title, it's a long way still to go tomorrow. You're on the road back in the top 16 where you arguably deserve to be. Is that the sort of thing you're looking at, that step to make? How much easier would being a top 16 player again make your life?
Well, obviously, look, it's important because of Euros and other stuff. But just because of what I've won doesn't mean that I deserve to be in the top 16, you know. I think it's a massive part of life, and what we all got to sort of remember, you know. I used to go and work for a living. I used to have to get up at 4:30 and have blood, sweat and tears twice a week, you know, out of them 5 days. But and yeah, when things get tough, sometimes you just have to get in. But I haven't got a God-given right to be in the top 16. No disrespect, Peter Wright, for what he's achieved in the game. Michael Smith, they ain't got a God-given right to be there either. But you've got to work hard, you've got to put everything in, and it's sort of, for me this year, it's all about working hard, just trying to put it in, and hopefully the head turns, which I think it is. But you will work hard, you know. Like when I first got on tour, I used to work my socks off. Now all of a sudden I've burnt my socks off, I feel like I've got sandals on, and even they got holes in sometimes. But it's yeah, there's no God-given right that you deserve to be there just for what you want. So you have to work hard, you have to get in there, and you have to pitch, and every week's different.
You mentioned your previous work there. It's something Ross Smith spoke about the other week. How it's still a bit of a pinch me moment, the tour you're on, travelling the world with your mates. Is that just the sort of thing you've been reminding yourself to help your mindset over the last year or so?
Nah, not really. I don't think I have any mates, so I'm struggling. No, I have my own people and stuff, and I have them around me, and I appreciate them more than anything. I get on with not. I don't really try to keep my circle small, so. It's not everyone, but at the same time, I have nothing against anyone, you know. I speak to the people what I normally speak to. So yeah, like I said, no mates.
Thank you for your time. Best luck.
Cheers, mate.
Rob, congratulations. Long day today, pushed all the way by Mike, and then a few missed doubles here and there against Daryl. Is there a point during that day? It's a long day that you count, and you're going to prepare for the same again tomorrow. Is there a point where fatigue starts to set in, or are you one of those players who can keep your level through the day?
I think yeah, I sort of messed up today because I haven't had to do it for a long time. I think last year I had a long run. Europeans are good prep for these tournaments, and this year's obviously been abysmal so far, having Poland. And then last year I've not really made a second session on the Sunday, so it was like something what was new again. Don't get me wrong, we all set out to do what we normally do, but when you haven't made it, it's been a little bit different. And I decided to get a McDonald's today. I shouldn't even be advertising this. I swear a chicken nugget got stuck because I've just felt full ever since, you know. And I didn't think I was too greedy either, but yeah, I shouldn't have had it really. But yeah, a little bit sluggish, a little bit other stuff for the first hour. When I walked in, I gave myself 2 hours to get ready. Last hour, grateful that I felt alright again. But it's tough. It's all these days are long. You know, they're long for all the players. You don't see, like, you see them on stage for a couple of hours for 2 games. If you don't see it, they could be at the venue for 7, 8 hours, or across the road for 2 hours and then back for another 4, you know. So it's all adding up to 10, 11, and you've got to be able to concentrate. You've got to make sure that you're sleeping, which is markedly ill sometimes. Not in a minute, but...
Yeah, you've got this rejuvenated mindset. Is that maybe come off taking this time away from the Premier League this year? Because you had a couple of difficult campaigns in the Premier League in the past couple of years. Has taking this year off maybe given you more time to reflect on those performances from the last year or so and put them into action this year?
I didn't deserve Premier League. I didn't play well enough. So if I didn't get it, that's absolutely fine. Look, it's the greatest tournament, the greatest sort of crowds and everything, and I big it up every day of the week. But if you're not good enough, it doesn't really matter. And I think it was very important this year to for the road that I wanted to go down. It wasn't about Premier Leagues or anything, because if I had the Premier League, I couldn't do it anyway. Do you know? If I'm going to spread myself that thin, I couldn't do all of it. So for me, do you know, it's a blessing, and I'm happy with that. It is the greatest thing. I'd love to be in there next year if I was all fixed and trying to do what I'm doing at the minute. But that gives me a lovely sort of 11 months, or not even that now, is it? It's going too fast. But 9 months. 9 months just to get up with the programme and get myself right and try and put some decent results in, and definitely turned a corner this week though. I've enjoyed being back on the stage, back in front of the fans, and that's what it's all about, you know, and shine their kahunas and all. That's what it's all about. I love them.
Awesome, thanks Rob.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers Rob, thank you.